We are looking for derivative of y with respect to x, and we are given another implicit equation. Once again, we'll start by finding derivative of both sides with respect to x. So d over dx here, d over dx here. That's an x. Okay, so let's take a look at the left side. We have sine x times sine y. So we are going to use the product rule. So derivative of sine x, derivative of the first function, equals cosine x times the second function, sine y, plus derivative of the second function, derivative of sine y is cosine y times dy over dx, because y is a function of x, so we have to use a chain rule there, times the first function, sine x. So we're done with the left side. Let's go look at the right side. Here we're looking for derivative of sine of x times y. And inside sine we have x times y, so we're going to use the chain rule for that. Derivative of sine x is cosine x, so we have cosine xy here, times the derivative of xy. Okay, so we are going to multiply it with derivative of x times y. Let's do it here, and then we can carry it over there. So this is x's first function, derivative of x is 1, times the second function, plus derivative of y, that's what we're looking for, dy over dx, times the first function. So we have cosine xy times y plus x times dy over dx. All right, so next thing is to move all the terms with dy over dx on one side. Now we have dy over dx here. We have dy over dx here, but note that this function here is not split completely, so we can't really move this part out of the parentheses. So we will first distribute cosine x times y over this addition here. Then after that we can move the terms around. So I'll copy the left side. We have cosine x sine y plus, let's move cosine and sine together. Cosine y sine x dy over dx equals cosine xy times y times cosine xy plus, that plus, cosine xy times x times dy. So cosine xy times x times dy over dx. Okay, now dy over dx is free from the parentheses, so we will move this and this term together, and everything else will be on the other side. All right, so I will move this term over here. We don't really have any preference really, so just look at it and pick the easier side. And for this one, it doesn't really matter which way you pick. Cosine y times sine x, I'm copying this, dy over dx, minus this expression, cosine xy times x times dy over dx, equals, this is left on the right side, y times cosine xy, and also we are moving this term to here, so minus cosine x sine y. And then the next step is to factor out dy over dx. So we get dy over dx times cosine y sine x for the first one, minus cosine xy times x, that's the second one, equals this whole thing. All right, I'm running out of space here a little bit. Okay, this should be enough. Then we're going to divide both sides with the expression in front of dy over dx so that we can solve for dy over dx. So we'll divide with cosine y sine x minus cosine xy times x And after canceling the left side, we will have our answer. dy over dx equals this fraction here. All right, we're done.